Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt. This is Prime Analog Records, and today I'm doing a thread that Glen Kellaway, the one and only from the basement, came up with, and it really got me thinking. What would be my 10 if I could only pick 10 artists to listen to for the rest of my life out of my collection? What would they be, or who would they be? And one of the ways he was looking at it I thought was quite interesting, because he was talking about how they have to have enough of a discography that you can't, I mean, they couldn't be a one hit wonder, because they have one album and you'd be tired of that pretty quick, even if you really like them a lot. So I took that into consideration. So let's get started. Some of these, I do have them on vinyl. I'm doing a cheat on this because I needed to get a video up. But let me slide a little closer, because what I want to do is I've got some CDs that I'm going to show you instead of the LPs, because I can't get to them because I just emptied my storage locker down in Miami, and I've got boxes everywhere in here. So I apologize for not putting up a video in a while, but I've got a really good one coming that's on a product that you guys have probably never seen. So anyway, let's get started. My first one that I'd have to listen to for the rest of my life would be Frank Sinatra. Frank has been an instrumental part of my life. This is actually a Mobile Fidelity gold, 24 karat gold, I guess they say. I don't know if it really is, but it sounds great. That album is actually called Duets. Sorry, I can't find the jewel cases for these things, but you'll understand that in my next video that I'm going to tell you about. But not today. So anyway, my next artist, and I'm sure with Frank's body of work, I bet he's got probably over 50 albums, probably even more than that, maybe even 100 albums. So that could keep me very busy for the rest of my life. Another one who's got a lot of albums, and I love his music. I've been listening to it since probably the early 80s, and it's Chris Rea. This thing's got face recognition, so I have to block my face. But this is Chris Rea Deltics, and he's an incredible guitarist. He's got this gravelly, just such a earthy voice. And it's really definitely try to dig into his stuff. I mean, if you really want a starting point is Deltics. It's a really great album. You guys know this song, the hit song that he did, Working on It. And he also did a song called Fool If You Think It's Over. And that's on another album of his called Whatever Happened to Benny Santini. But I've got all of his albums. I think I've got every single one. Wired to the Moon. There's one called Tennis. It's just a huge body of work, and it's really amazing. He's a very impressive man, especially seeing that he didn't pick up a guitar until I think he said he was 26. There's a very interesting documentary about him on YouTube. Anyway, of course, this has to be in my top 10, and that's the Beatles. And everybody knows this album. The thing is, I just got this because I just went to Ocala the other day and picked up a pair of speakers for a buddy of mine, and this guy was selling this too. White vinyl. So I did not have this variant. I'm not a really big variant hunter, although that is a very special one that one of my best friends in Atlanta actually had. He showed me years ago, and I was very jealous, and I've been looking for it ever since. All right, so another one, I don't remember how many were we, 1, 2, 3. This would be number 4, and this isn't no particular order, but Billy Joel has definitely got to be there, and he's definitely got the discography to keep me definitely very interested. This is Songs in the Attic. I actually have one of these that's a half-speed master, and that's buried in all that stuff over there. So, but that's a great album right there. If you want to hear a live version of a lot of your favorite songs, Songs in the Attic is a great one, and it's I think most of that was done at Madison Square Garden. So the crowd is raucous. All right, so you guys know how much I love Steely Dan, and this one just happened to be out because it was on my rotation. But Gaucho, Steely Dan has to be in there. So we're on. This is number 5 of my have to have for the rest of my life. Okay, that's number 5. Here's number 6. Of course, it's Jaco Pastorius. And what the only caveat that I would change with this with this contest is that I want to be because he's an instrumentalist, so I want to be able to use all the stuff or take with me all the stuff he's ever done. So and I've got all of it. So okay, so that's number 6. Number 7 would be, as you guys guessed it, Chino Vanelli, and he's got quite a discography, and he went all to exclusively, basically, probably in the early '90s or actually late '80s, went to all CDs and stuff, but still it's recorded really well and all this kind of stuff. All right, so this is, that was number 7, I believe. Let's see, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So here's number 8, Bobby Caldwell. And I've got all his stuff too, and he's got quite a discography out there. And this is the very first album he ever did. It's got the hit song on it, What You Won't Do for Love. But his other stuff is so amazing too. So this is 9. That's 8. This is 9. And this is Caldera. And they've got a good amount of stuff, and it's just progressive, fun, amazing jazz. I kicked around other groups, and I just love this stuff so much, and it's just a part of my fiber of my being, because I started listening to it back in high school, and I've gotten every album they ever came out with. It's Latin jazz. I kind of had a problem going between this and the Rippingtons, because I love the Rippingtons also, and that's that same kind of Latin jazz that I really love, and it's really well done. My final one, it would have to be Sting. This is that big giant box that's 16 albums big. But that's my 10. Now I have a couple of honorable mentions that I have to say, and one of them is Van Halen. There it is, right there. And I love Van Halen. I just don't think there's enough there for me to really include them in a list like this. If you saw the picks that I have, it almost goes through a, what do you call it, a highs and lows, so to speak, meaning emotionally. You've got things that are when you're happy and things when you're fun, and then also stuff when you're sad, like the Sinatra stuff and things like that. But this other guy, this is another honorable mention, but you guys know how much I love this guy, but he doesn't have enough of a body of work. It's George Michael. And he doesn't have enough of a body of work to actually include him in this list. But I hope that I did this the way you were hoping for it to sound, Glenn. And I'll give you a shout out to let you know that I did this thread. I think it's a really good thing. I think I'd love to see others in the VC jump on this thread, because I think it's a really cool one. It really says a lot about who you are and what you really love to listen to and what you're going to listen to for the rest of your life. Okay, so that's my video. Hope you guys are doing good, and we'll talk to you very soon. All my best.